In the 19th century, what Dostoyevsky was reacting to, for example, in his story, The Dream of a Strange Fellow, in which the hero of the story is suicidal because he sees the world as full of robots, people operating according to cause and effect, doing nothing other than what they're determined to do. And he's driven to suicide by that, but then has a dream that interrupts his suicide plan, and he comes back and becomes an advocate of the position of free will. At the time he was writing that, Europe, including Russia, was being swept by the mechanistic idea. Huxley, a friend of Charles Darwin, advocated the idea that molecules in the brain selected by evolution are absolutely in control of our thoughts, and our mind is simply a shadow of this determined mechanism. And Darwin said that he appreciated having such a nice robot friend. Darwin didn't approve of that mechanistic idea of consciousness, but he sort of joked about Huxley's mechanical belief. But that idea has persisted, and in my generation and subsequently, the outstanding figures have been Noam Chomsky with his idea that genes determine what he called rules, transformational rules, that limit or determine what language, the form that language takes. And that the reason we can speak is because our genes specify these rules. But 30 years later, he said, well, rules can't explain anything, but lots of people didn't notice that he said it was all a mistake.
Okay.
Because, in fact, he still is sort of committed to all of that academic work, publication on genetic determinism. And the so-called cognitive science and artificial intelligence are closely related to the Chomsky position, using the digital computer as a model for understanding human intelligence. And since computers, since the late 1940s, have been digital computers rather than analog computers, that has led to a digitalization of their consciousness theories. But it's definitely not something that grew out of biological understanding necessarily, except through that robot philosophy of Huxley and others.